The coffee is black. The robot is very, very frisky. And I'd like to welcome you to the Friday, July 11th edition of Modeling Blog Daily, where Bill just kind of rants. And today I'm going to rant on the Legoredo 3-story headquarters fort that I built yesterday. This is probably one of the best models that I've ever built. In fact, this model comes right out of a huge Lego system Wild West series 67-69 Fort Legoredo. Well, the key to this particular model is the flip side of the box, guys. On the back of the box, on the back of older boxes, it seems, not new boxes, older boxes, they have a lot of ideas sometimes. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th idea is humongous. It's a large idea of a stagecoach, which I actually made a video of several days ago. The gold haulers, the general, and a 3-story fort. What I normally do, guys, when I do a model like this, I take a picture of a picture. And the picture that I took of this was a picture of Legoredo on the back side, and you can see it with this little, see that little tool right there? That's a magnifier. And see, I can zoom in real close and personal. See that, for example, that lady there, she's hauling the gold. See, the gold is spilling out. Well, if you look close, there's a lady. She's hauling the gold. The gold is spilling out. I'm exacting in my build. See the fact that her right leg is forward over here. His right leg is forward. She's holding her weapon in the left hand. He's holding the flag in the left hand. Even the angle of the faces. I get a lot of pleasure out of trying to build a model exactly from the picture. See the general with his sword and his bugle? Well, see the general with his sword and his bugle, and the other guy's looking back. And the other's got. I do get a lot of pleasure out of it. A lot of you people, male and female, who build would do well to try to build the ideas, because I think you can gain a lot of pleasure out of them. I treat them like puzzles, quite frankly, exactly like puzzles. If you take a look, for example, at this particular model, and you blow it up, and you can see that brick there is clearly a square brick. See? That brick's a square brick. When you look at some of my models, you need to understand that I really do try to build it exactly like it appears in the picture. Even to the point where I bend and twist the arms the same way and get the expression of the minifig, the position of the head, and the whole deal. One of the things about building from a picture, you don't see everything. If you look at this picture of this 3-storied fort, by the way, this took me 5 hours to build. 5 hours of pure pleasure, pure pleasure. If you look at this fort, you don't really see what's behind. See, you just see the front. Well, I figured it was going to be an enclosed wall, so that's the way I built it. I built a fully enclosed fort, and then I built the top, and I ran out of parts, so I had to tear my wall back down back in the back. And in other words, you use exactly what you have. So I started up here, and then I built it down and I built it down one layer at a time, and then eventually I finished with what I had left over, finished my wall in the back. Well, the funny thing about it is I built it all up, and then it was too low. It was at this level. See, you can see that the first story is actually higher. So then I realized that I had to build it up, so I put it on pedestals. See those pedestals down there? Then I realized that, well, I like to have what I call a stairway to the stars. I like to go from the bottom all the way to the top. So the minifigures, if they could walk, could actually climb the stairs. So I put some stairway. I put a little porch back there so I could put my stairway. See the little porch? And then they can climb up the ladder, climb up this ladder, and eventually climb up that ladder, go all the way to the top. And I put my engineer in there because he kind of gets around, you know what I mean? One of the things I also did that wasn't in the picture, I extended the shelf. Clearly you have a ladder right there. Well, if you put a ladder right there with that red, it would be on half of the, so I extended the porch so that you could actually get on the ladder. See right there where the ladder would have been just half on the red and half off. So I added a black little porch specifically so that the it would be more realistic. I did embellish a little bit on the back. I added this little it kind of adds a little spice. It gives the robbers have a place they can climb over the wall. And I put a firing hole on the back side of the porch, but the whole emphasis is on the front. But still, and you had enough parts to do it. Now this is, I think, a better fort. I think this model right here is a better model than the original model because it's a nice, tidy fort. It doesn't take as much space. You can put everything on two of those base plates. And I think it's, quite frankly, I think it's stunning. I think it's wonderful. In fact, Bill and Red and my dear robot wish you a wonderful Friday ahead. And my robot says, sayonara, friend. Sayonara.